This next book I read is called The Complete Sherlock Holmes, and it was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. You already know he's English. Um, um, first thing, reason I read it is because my dad recommended it to me. It's not really like a actual book in a way. It's a ton of like short mystery, short stories, and it's all about Sherlock Holmes, which they used to be one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. Was like all the 30-minute Sherlock Holmes films. My dad used to always show me this. I don't know. I haven't even finished it. I'll be completely honest because it's 1,000+ pages, and I can't remember. I can't remember how many stories, but it has a ton of stories. Honestly, I think it's really good. You don't need to read the whole book to enjoy it. You can just read one story, or you can read the whole book, I guess, if you want. But honestly, one story will suit you if you really want to just dive into it and just explore it. It's good. I would in terms of recommendations. I don't know. I actually wouldn't really recommend it to a ton of people because, as you can see, it's very specific, and it's hard to read in some places because it's also written in an English, I guess you could say, tongue. So I mean, at some points it's hard to understand the context and what's happening exactly, like within the story or the short story you're reading, and also sometimes like it doesn't give you an exact like stopping point, like where a story ends and another one starts. So sometimes I would like continue reading, and all of a sudden like it would just change, and I'd be like, what happened? And then I'd look back a little, and there's just a little mark where it's like where it says something new that like in a way I'd skim over because it's like 3 words, and like I'd just be like, you know what I mean? I just kind of skim over it a bit, but then I wouldn't realize that that's a new story. It's an older book as well, so some people don't like to read older books and stuff, but I do. um and I would honestly, if I were to recommend it to anybody, it'd be people with low patience who don't like to finish, who like can never finish a book, and it would also be people who like mysteries and like to think while they're reading a lot. Like it also reminded me of books that I've read before, like Murder on the Orient Express, Ten Little Indian Boys. Well, that's the poem of that book. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Ten Little Indian Boys. But anyways, those are short books and stuff to make you think. They're a bit longer than the short stories here, but they're pretty much written the same in a way. Agatha Christie, which she's English as well, so I mean, they kind of like compare in the writing, which I just think is very interesting and stuff. Um, and also one thing I really liked about it was within the short story, like sometimes it will like give you a situation where Sherlock like finds a clue or something like that, and it'll actually like give you like the visual of the clue. So here, look right here. In this short story, it's about this man's dead body they find, and like they're trying to investigate it. You see that right there? That is like a clue he gets, and it's a little map. So it's like a little bedroom, a professor's bedroom, stairs, corridor, a path to the garden, and then it shows you like there should be a key here even in a way, like so you can understand more. But like right here it says where a desk is, and then there's a little X where it says Smith's body. And later in the story, I remember reading like how that X actually mattered a lot because it compared to the garden path in the professor's bedroom, which previous actions towards how they discovered he was dead were there. So actually, while I was thinking, I was like, wait, if those are a comparison, then there has to be something with them. So I kept that in mind, kept reading, and in fact, it did have that exactly. There was clues within the bedroom and the garden path that actually helped towards the thing of the dead body with the X and what happened. So like that, it's kind of like a hands-on reading. It's fun. It's interactive. I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. Depends what story you read. I read like one story that I read like maybe 5 pages, and I was like, yeah, this is not a good story. And then other ones I can't stop reading, and I'm just like, wow, this is really good. This is making me want to read more. This is making me want to think. Makes me want to interact. So if you like interactive books and you like it's reading something at night when you're thinking, this is a good book.